Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Hitters FPL podcast. On the show today, we've got Jake and Ludo. Hi, guys.
Hello.
And a very special guest, Finbar. Hello.
Hello. How are we doing today?
Very good. In the mood for fantasy, I guess, kind of.
As always.
Okay. So we've got a lot to talk about, and we'll just tell you in advance we've got an exciting edition coming up later on the show where we've opened the voting to you guys on Twitter and Instagram, and you've all voted for who you think will do the best in Game Week 24. So we'll reveal the winners of that later in the show. But let's start off with a look at how our weeks went last week. Sorry, let me just try and share my screen properly. All right. Okay, so we will start with Jake's week. How was it?
Yeah, it went pretty well. 15 points above average is always nice. So yeah, Gundogan getting a brace, having missed a penalty, would have been nice to get the hat trick. Would have been 20 points or something. But yeah, so he seems to be retaining his form, like 8.4 now or something, which is pretty good. The one thing I'm annoyed about is Souček, probably, with the red card. And now that it's been, well, it's not a red card anymore. But it doesn't really matter if they give the points back because 73 is more than enough. Salah scoring, I'm quite happy with against City. But I've got Diaz as well, so that didn't go too well. Happy with Cresswell, who got a clean sheet in all three bonus. And then I had a decent captaincy, I guess, with Fernandez scoring a goal. And then Watkins again scoring and 3 bonus and Bamford scoring. So yeah, not too bad a week.
Good week, yeah. And Ludo?
Yeah, I had a very bad week this week. It's fair to say. I knew it was just going to go wrong as soon as Antonio blanked. But happy with Watkins and Antonio. I'd like to highlight the Watkins goal as well. Fantastic goal.
Defensive error, nah.
And defensively, Dawson was the only one who actually tried. The others seemed to just switch off, and so they might not be in the starting 11 next week. But yeah, I think I had Man U players carried me a bit. 5 and 7 points, Rashford and Fernandez, and then a Bamford appreciation piece, 100 goals. What a player! He's such a good fantasy asset as well. So happy to see that milestone come. And yeah, other than that, a very poor week for myself. And I was quite disappointed.
This is my week. A bit better than Ludo, but below average, which is never good. I made that bold choice of going for the 3 City, and leaving Salah on the bench. Didn't quite work out, thanks to Salah's incredible diving skills. Give him an Oscar. So yeah, that was not good. Man City conceding. Another captaincy blank. I'm getting used to it now. Antonio this time blanking, getting an injury.
I told you he blank.
Okay, thank you. He blanked, got injured after 70 minutes, I think, and probably won't play this weekend, which is great. And left Martinez on the bench as well. I don't know what it is, but every single week I make transfers and I make them and they seem good. Like a Forster out, Pope in, and DCL out and Antonio in. They look like good transfers on paper, but they never work. DCL got 12 points, and I'm just fed up of wasting transfers now, but not a good week. My defense did all right. Justin and Cresswell did very well. Sterling got that goal. Fernandez as well. Bamford, but yeah, pretty shocking, if I'm honest. And then Finbar had the best out of all of us.
I had a strong week. It was a good one. My midfield did kind of carry me. The defence was okay, but I regretted not having Dallas in. Again, Man City not doing the best. My attack was okay, but I was very disappointed in Lacazette because I only brought him in for this game week and he just completely failed. It was so disappointing. Strong captain though. I'm happy with Fernandez. I do it every single week and it always seems to work. Not his best week, but he's definitely my star player. And yeah, the goalkeepers, it was a toss up between whether I'd play Schmeichel or Martinez, and I ended up going Martinez, and I'm happy with my decisions.
What a week. Not good for Ludo, though. The gap's getting bigger.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pulling away. And also, big
I think-
hitters league.
I think it's Mason. I think, Mason Mount is a big differential, to be honest. I mean, he always gets that sneaky assist, a bonus point, a clean sheet point. So, I mean, he's a good differential, Mason Mount. And obviously, Finbar's capitalising on that.
Of course.
I think Dallas is also a great option, seeing as he's got the double in 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to get him in.
Yeah,
I'm bringing him
No, I'm
in
not.
for Diaz.
Sorry, no, I'm not.
half of the fantasy football world will be bringing him in just for the double game week.
Yeah. Okay, that reminded me that we have a new leader in the Big Hitters League. It's one of the four of us, though, again, so getting a bit boring, but it is Jake. So,
Yes.
Good stuff, Jake. Nice one.
Pretty
You're not going to stay there for long, though. I'm actually in 7th, so maybe
Yeah.
you will. But
That's poor, no, that's poor.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, also, so I'll tell you the top three. We've got, so, okay, fourth place, we got Rubber Ducky FC, Oliver Cunningham, who's a friend of mine, so shout out to him. Then we got Finbar, climbing up into third place, and then we've got Talsif, and then we've got Jake. Yeah, Jake's impressive.
I probably think of the league.
Top of the league.
Not for long.
Let's look ahead to game week 24, which is a double game week 24, but it's Jake's spotlight week, so he's gone for.
Yeah. So I'm spotlighting Leicester Liverpool, just because I think it's a pretty important game, top half of the table. Neither team have been in brilliant form. Leicester, both teams only winning 2 of their previous 5, which obviously isn't great considering how big a team they both are. So last time out it was a 3-0 win to Liverpool, which was quite surprising at the beginning of the season. So Leicester haven't won in the previous, I think, 8 or 9 games against Liverpool or something like that. So it's a big game, especially with the way the form and stuff. So it'll be a tough one to call.
Yeah, and the fantasy assets, again, you're sort of hesitating before you play someone who's got Liverpool or Leicester. But would you bench Maddison, Justin, Barnes?
I think it'd be probably too risky to play a Leicester or Liverpool defender.
Yeah,
you're probably all right with any midfield choices. I think it'll probably be quite a few goals in this game.
Yeah, I agree with Jake. I think it's it will be a high scoring game, but I've been really impressed by Justin. I mean, against perhaps the fastest player in Europe, Adama Traore, he coped really well. And I watched a Jamie Carragher analysis. So, Jamie Carragher, if you're watching this, shout outs to you.
Did you see his like scream, or not scream, but in the Liverpool City match, like a signature Carragher scream.
Yeah.
Love it. We talk about James Justin, but he is one of the quite a lot of casualties from the FA Cup. We've had now Antonio, who was in the FA Cup, but he's injured. Calvert-Lewin came off with his hamstring. Justin had a knee problem. Pope has got a knock now. Diaz is ill. Digne went off injured as well. What's going on?
I don't know, but I think
FA Cup's just broken everyone.
they all seem like 75% chance of playing still. So
I chose not to though. I put Dallas and Stones in because I just thought not worth risking it.
fair enough.
I'm just looking at these injuries. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make the prediction that Pope and Diaz will be fine, and Digne. But I reckon Justin, Antonio, and Calvert-Lewin, I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to be fine. I reckon they'll miss out.
Is Castagne injured or not?
I think he still is a bit. Maybe Christian Fuchs will have to play.
Yeah. I mean, he
Against Salah.
played Justin. So yeah, Salah will. I mean,
Have a field day.
if Justin is out, then Salah might have a field day.
Yeah. Next up, we've got obviously Man City have a double this week. A sort of hard-looking double when you look at Everton and Tottenham, who played each other last night, and it was a 9-goal thriller. You're sort of looking at that Man City attack, and your eyes are lighting up.
Yeah.
Two defensively bad teams. So, yeah, there's the Sterling debate, the Gundogan debate, the Foden debate.
Yeah.
Who's sort of.
I
who do you think's the
bought
best?
Gundogan for this week. I'm excited for it. I brought him in for Ward-Prowse, and I hope he does well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
I
shout.
mean, I'm probably going to captain him.
I don't know. I might stick with Fernandez. I haven't quite made up my mind yet.
Yeah.
It's just. Sorry, you go.
I mean, I'm looking at captaining either Ben Mee, because he's actually got like.
Goal
I
threat,
think I'm going to captain myself, but obviously no. I think because he's got like 3 goals to his name this season. He's got a couple of goals, so he's got attacking threats, and he's got Crystal Palace, who if they keep Zaha and perhaps Eze quiet, then
Well, Zaha's injured.
if they keep Eze quiet, then everything's going to be all right. And then against Fulham, but yeah.
You never really know which
Should
Fulham.
be-
They like to.
yeah, with
They're
Fulham.
pretty inconsistent.
I mean, they are inconsistent, but again, so I probably won't captain him. So I'm looking between, Gundogan, and perhaps even a Man City defender. If they keep on getting clean sheets like that and their form continues, then it's a real option.
Yeah, originally I was going to go with either Bruno or Pope for captain, but now I just can't really ignore Sterling. I think he's in good form, good fixtures. And another thing is probably quite a popular goalkeeper dilemma, which is Martinez or Pope. Obviously, Pope's got the double, Martinez got the form, and arguably the one fixture, but it's quite a tough one. You don't really want to leave either one on the bench, do you?
I mean, to be honest, I would be playing Pope because, like, if Pope plays 90 minutes, both of them, that's 4 points. Perhaps, 1 save point from each of those games, and he's already at 6. And perhaps even a clean sheet. That will that will result in a big howl. But yeah, I've got a dilemma between David De Gea and Pope, but I think I'm going to go with Pope because you just never know with Manchester United.
I think I mean, I've got Guaita on the bench against Burnley. But yeah, I think if I did have Martinez, I'd go with Pope anyway, just because he's got the double.
I'm playing Martinez, and I'm going to keep Schmeichel on the bench. I think Martinez he's my player.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So obviously it was FA Cup around this week, and as well as giving us a lot of injuries, that gave us a lot of clarity about double game week 26 and blank game week 29. So obviously from the FPL legend Ben Krellin. We've got some graphics, obviously. So this is what it's looking like in terms of blank game week 29. Looking very blank, actually, with only 3 confirmed fixtures for that week. So looking a bit like...
I think looking at it, I think Chelsea are going to beat Barnsley.
Yeah.
Because especially I heard that I think Tuchel's going to go with a strong team because like Pulisic hasn't played. He's confirmed that Kante, Billy Gilmore and Hakim Ziyech will all play. So I think we're going to give Barnsley a bit of a hard time tonight. But yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of quite a blank game week, to be honest.
Yeah, this looks like the one where you need your free hit, but obviously we don't.
I mean, I think we've all got we will have a couple of Leeds and a couple of West Ham players. So I think even if we've got a few, I think we'll probably be all right.
Mm-hmm. And I think Tottenham is sort of like the saviour because I think I read that they're the only team that have got a double game week and a blank game week. So they're playing twice in 26 and once in 29.
Yeah.
It's quite lucky.
I've got Kane. I didn't transfer him out. Yeah.
Smart.
I've got Kane as well, so.
Have you just transferred him in this week?
Wait, do I have Kane? Sorry. It's because I did get Son, but then I sold him.
I brought in Son last week, and he's doing well for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got the haul.
No, Kane is will be the third substitute this week because I don't really see. I
don't see him scoring against
City.
Yeah.
And then in the bigger picture, this is another really good graphic, which is the run-in from 24 to 29. A lot of teams getting random doubles here and there. So it looks like the gold ones and the yellow ones are the pretty much confirmed ones. So just look at that. City definitely going to have a few doubles. Everton could potentially have 5 doubles in 5 weeks. A lot of doubles going around.
I think I'm just not even going to look at these until the game week comes around because I don't think there's any point in planning. Really.
Imagine if Everton actually get in game week 28 a double game week with Burnley and West Brom.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin triple, you know. I think I'm actually taking the opposite of Jake. I'm going to the spreadsheets tomorrow. I think after the FA Cup's done, I'm going to the spreadsheet.
Noah, when we planned for the blank and double game week in 18 and 19, originally, our plans changed so much from the original plan.
I know, but that's the beauty of an Excel spreadsheet. It can change.
Yeah, but I don't care. I can just do what I want when it comes to it. You don't need to spend hours planning.
We're going to put this on the record and see who does better come game week 30. See who's done better.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Top of the Big Hitters League.
So yeah, that's what's coming up in terms of doubles and blanks. And
remember, you took
other random doubles.
Not to take a hit again, apparently.
Yeah, I am. I can still do that. I've got a very well thought out plan.
You see, he can do that if he plans. If he doesn't,
exactly,
then he's gonna find himself.
But I don't plan, and I'm third in the league, so I wouldn't discount that.
I'm 21st in the other one. So that's the doubles and blanks coming up. But blank game week 29 looks a bit horrible, if I'm honest. So I guess let's look at what our teams are looking like in game week 24. I've got a new term to use, which is a bust team, and I saw it on Twitter and stuff. It's got quite a weird origin, which is it's the theory that it's the team you're going to have in case you get hit by a bus before the game week. So anyway, let's just look at them. I'll start. So provisionally, I've gone for a 5 at the back. City double up, obviously. Digne, hopefully he's fit. Shaw and Cresswell. Pope and goal. Salah, Sterling, Fernandez captain there, but I might switch it over to Sterling, and then Souček and Antonio. Yeah, not pretty happy with that. I've got a couple of players who can come on if there are injuries and stuff, but looking good at the moment. How about Finbar's team?
Well, I have a bit of a captain dilemma because I am really thinking now that I might want to put Gundogan as captain. And I'm thinking that I might also move my vice. So I'm not really sure it's changing a lot. But it's going okay. Obviously, I brought in Gundogan for this week. I brought Dallas off the bench. And I wouldn't allow Justin and Diaz on my team. Oh no, it's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to consider is the attack, because it's Bamford's okay, but Fabinho and Lacazette, I might have to change them up next game week. So I'm keeping them in my mind.
Yeah, nice looking team. I'd probably play Diaz. I think he'll recover.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see nearer the time. Hopefully, the press conferences will give us a hint. Let's look at Ludo's team.
Oh, James.
Oh, that's Jake's. Orders changed.
Yeah,
My
so
bad.
I've got a couple of injuries, Diaz, Digne, and hopefully they'll all recover. Yeah, I've got the problem of who to bench, really, because as you can see, I've got a pretty strong bench. Maddison against Liverpool.
Yeah, I would keep it like that.
Kane against City. Yeah, I think I do have it right as it is. Obviously with the Souček red card taken back, so he's now all right to play. Yeah, so the only thing I'm worried about is Gundogan not starting both games, seeing as he started the FA Cup game. But even so, I think he will start one of the games, so I think he's still a good captaincy option. And then in terms of transfers, I'm on a 4-hit this week. I've brought in Shaw, I've brought in Stones, and I've brought in Pope. And I had two. I rolled my transfer from last week, so I'm only on a 4-hit. And then yeah, so I'm kind of conflicted now for game week 25 because I'm thinking of bringing Dallas in. I was originally thinking for Digne, but now that Everton might have 5 doubles or something, I'm not too sure, so I might bring him in for cash instead.
Yeah. One thing about Gundogan is I've seen some things where Man City have got a bit of an injury crisis, where Rodri and Fernandinho are both injured, and they're both the CDMs, obviously. So there's a potential that Gundogan will sit back into a defensive role. Yeah, but I think he'll be a very popular captain choice. Him and Bruno will be the most popular, I think. And then Ludo's team.
I've actually got more double game week players than all of you, so I'm very happy about that. One thing is that I might be switching my team name. That's a change.
Oof, breaking news.
It's gonna be called Forever Frank, because I just want to appreciation to Frank Lampard. And if obviously Frank Lampard, if you're watching this, then
you assume we get a lot of famous viewers.
Yeah.
Frank Lampard, Jamie Carragher.
Yeah, but I mean, it's quite. I'm looking. I like the shape of my team. Obviously, you know, I think Fernandez and Gundogan could track back if they need to help the defenders. But yeah, I'm not sure about captaining Gundogan. But I think I've got a couple of differentials in there, including Ben Mee, perhaps, Smith Rowe, who might find a lot of space in the Leeds whilst playing against Leeds in the midfield, and Marcus Rashford, so who's in very good form at the moment. And then we've got players like Watkins who average like Watkins and Bamford average the most shots per like 90 minutes, I think. Yeah, and then we've got Rudiger as well. After his own goal, I'm hoping for a bit of a, change. But I think I'm going to leave my team as it is and probably captain Fernandez and go on a safe side.
Is it me or are there only 5 double game week players there?
Yeah. Which is the same as me.
Yeah.
ME, not W. I'm
then,
also interested. Sorry.
I must have had 6 double game players this morning. Yeah, but I think it's a pretty good team. I'm not sure if do you agree with the bench? Do you agree with it?
I'm interested as to why you've benched Dawson.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think probably I'd play him over either Rashford or Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe for me.
I'm going to keep it as it is because I can see West Ham conceding. I can see a 2-1 win for West Ham.
I guess it's your team, so we won't argue with that.
Yeah. And I think that Lacazette will score a hat-trick.
Wow.
Even though I haven't got him. Mark my words.
I hope so for my team. I hope so.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm quite happy with my team.
Nice. Okay, so I guess it's time to reveal the public team, the team that you guys on Twitter and Instagram have voted for as the team you expect to do the best, almost like scout selection, if you will. Let's try. I think you guys might have seen it on the PowerPoint, but let's try and predict or I think we've all seen it. In goal, we've got. Who do you think?
Let me guess. Nick Pope.
Is correct. We've got Nick Pope, lovely. We've got the formation is a 3-4-3, and in defence we've got.
Diaz.
I'm going to show you because I think we've seen it. Yeah.
Dean, is it? No, Cresswell.
It's Stones, Diaz, Cresswell. What do we think about that?
Yeah, I think City do look strong defensively. And yeah, I have to say Cresswell definitely is a good option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been bad on my fault because I think I might have forgotten to include Digne on the polls. But anyway, but Cresswell's a good shout. And then we've got in midfield, we've got a captain and a vice captain, and 4 in midfield. So
Fernandez, Gundogan.
Yeah, captain, they've gone for Gundogan and vice Bruno, and Salah and Rashford alongside. That's a very strong midfield.
Yeah.
Any objections?
Not really.
I mean, I'm not sure. Obviously, Salah's not in the greatest of forms, and I'd be looking at somebody like Jack Grealish, perhaps, but that'd be more of a not a differential, but I just think that if Jack Grealish, I just think that, Salah might blank in a tough Leicester game.
And then in terms of the strikers, I've got a disclaimer, which is most of the voting happened before injuries, which is why Calvert-Lewin's there, but he might be fit, he might not be, but he was voted by a lot of you. So the attacking 3 is Calvert-Lewin, Kane and Watkins. Any objections there?
Yeah, I think Watkins is a very good player. I think, I'm not sure, but I think a lot of Tottenham fans took part in this voting because I'm not sure what Harry Kane's doing in there. Other than that, I think it's a very solid team, and I think it's similar to the scout selection, which will probably come out in.
Personally, I think I would have had Bamford in, but it is
against
what it
Arsenal.
is.
I think it's
against Arsenal.
It's a good.
Arsenal aren't much of a team though now, are they?
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to say something, which is, this is going to make Ludo happy, but I included Werner in the polls. I included Werner because I thought not a bad differential for this week against Newcastle.
I mean, he did
3 assists in his last 2.
Yeah, he did earn quite a few points actually.
Yeah, he got 10 in the last game week.
How many did he get? He got 10. He got 10 points. And I think he was man of the match. you know,
You just get back among the goals.
and I think the fact that he got man of the match and did an interview after the game, these things really matter to his confidence. It might sound silly, but to be honest, getting man of the match and doing an interview will boost him in confidence. And I think
unfortunately,
next season we might see him, top goal scorer in the Premier League.
very funny. Unfortunately, Calvert-Lewin outvoted him by quite a bit, but taking baby steps in the right direction, So that's the end of the podcast pretty much. In terms of next week or this week, we've got a deadline stream on Saturday for game week 20, double game week 24, I should say. We'll probably be back with a podcast early next week, so Tuesday or Wednesday. That's the preview podcast. And then, it's pretty simple, our schedule, just deadline streams and preview podcasts. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And that's the end of the podcast. Thank you, Finbar.
Thank you very much for having me. Been a lifelong dream. And if you subscribe, you too could be on the podcast.
I'll remember to join our league. Let me just get the code up. The code is 01TOQK. So join that if you want to try and knock Jake off the top spot. Not going to be easy. But that's the end. I should probably read out the fixtures. Nearly forgot. Very quickly, we've got on Saturday, Leicester, Liverpool, Palace, Burnley, City, Tottenham, Brighton, Villa. Sunday, we've got Southampton, Wolves, West Brom United, Arsenal, Leeds, Everton, Fulham. Monday, we've got West Ham, Sheffield United, and Chelsea, Newcastle. And then the doubles are on Wednesday, which are Burnley, Fulham, and Everton, City. So a lot of football once again. And thank you, everybody, for listening. Bye-bye.